from Dharavi TC Municipal English Secondary School welcomes you all in statewide live online lectures for Standard 10th. Today, we are going to continue the subject Science and Technology Part 2. Before starting the subject, I would like to give you some instructions like keep your mic on mute mode. Kindly raise your hand if you want to give an answer, want to ask a question or a doubt. Kindly mute your mic again after giving your answer, after asking a question or a doubt. Keep your notebook and pen handy to write down some important points. Do not make use of your mobile while it's charging. And lastly, update your Zoom profile by writing your name, standard, division, and your school name so that we can recognize you easily. So, student, we will start with our subject Science and Technology Part 2, Chapter number 4, Environmental Management. Let me share my screen to you all. Yesterday we have started with the chapter number 4, Environmental Management. Today's our session is the session number 2. Okay. So yesterday we have done with the ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? Then what are the types of ecosystem? Then environment. What are the two main types of environment? Then what is the relation between environment and ecosystem? Where environment is a broad concept, right? And many ecosystems are there: terrestrial, aquatic, polar region ecosystem, many ecosystem. Pond is one of the ecosystem. So these are many ecosystem combined to form an environment. So environment is a very broad concept. Okay. And then we have studied about the ecology, the science that deals and studies the interaction between biotic and abiotic component is known as ecology. Then we move towards the pollution. We have learned about the types of pollution, what is pollution, how the pollution is affecting the environment, and what are its effects. Okay. Now today we are going to talk about the need of environmental conservation. Okay, so today's topic is need of the environmental conservation. Why there is a need to conserve an environment? Let us take some revision of last previous lessons topic. Now you may get a questions like this: why it is said that pollution control is important? Okay. Or you can get a question like, how will you justify that overcoming the pollution is a powerful way of environmental management? Both the questions have a same answer. Okay, let us start. Now, when we're talking about the pollution, what happens in the pollution? The environmental temperature rises. That is nothing but the global warming. You can see here the earth is showing a high temperature. That is nothing but the global warming. Why this global warming is happening? Because of some gases. These are getting eliminated in the environment, like greenhouse gases. How these gases are eliminated? Because of combustion or burning of fossil fuels like coal, petrol. We are doing some kind of bad practices. We are using ACs, refrigerator. From there, these harmful gases are emitted in the environment, like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, sulfur hexafluoride. These are the gases which increases the temperature of the environment. Then because of rise in temperature, what is happening? Glaciers are getting melted. The ice which is at the polar region, that is getting melted, and because of which the water level is getting increased. Okay. We are facing a climate change due to increased atmospheric temperature. Then there is a waste accumulation. We are throwing our waste in the water, running water, in a sea, in a river, in any type of a small pond. What is happening? That waste is getting accumulated, and that is resulting in the pollution. Then smokes on industries, they are eliminating the harmful gases in the environment. We are losing the fertile land. Okay. Then we are losing the animals, flora, fauna. These are the effects of pollution. Now they are also see, forest fire causes, because of forest fire we are losing the flora and fauna of the environment. Flora and fauna means plants and animals with different species and animals of the environment. We are doing deforestation, so we are losing this various species of the plants. We are, because of this pollution, the human being is getting affected, all the living things are getting affected. Like we are facing some skin diseases, some respiratory diseases. For example, I want to give you the airborne diseases like flu, common cold, chicken pox, whooping cough, then respiratory tract inflation, TB. The current example is coronavirus. So this is what this is ultimately affecting. This is ultimately affecting the living organism and human being. Okay. Now there are water, if there is a water pollution, we are getting affected by the waterborne diseases, right? Diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid fever, etc. So a pollution is what pollution is doing. Pollution is affecting the environment, and human life or living organisms are totally dependent on the environment, and because of that the life is getting under threat. The human being are under threat. So to survive in the nature, what we have to do, we have to reduce this negative impact of pollution. That is why there is a need of environmental conservation. Now see here, what will happen if we conserve the environment? We will protect the environment. What will happen? It will reduce the atmospheric temperature to increase the quality of air, water, and soil. When we are conserving environment, it will automatically increase the quality of air. We will get a pure air, fresh air. We'll get a pure water. It will increase the quality of soil. It will offer fresh air, clear water. It will conserve the natural resources. Whatever the natural resources we are having, we will conserve them, and we will maintain their quality to preserve the nature, biodiversity, ecosystem. When we are conserving the environment, we are protecting the environment, automatically we are conserving, we are preserving the biodiversity. Means whatever the varieties are present, life varieties in the environment, we are going to preserve that. Okay, we are going to preserve the ecosystems. It gives growth to more plant species, like for example medicines. When we will control the environment, we will conserve the environment, we will give birth to the, or we will grow more medicinal plants in the environment. It builds a healthy planet and healthy life. It will be build a healthy planet and a healthy life in the environment. And it will give, it will give quality life to the future generation, as our ancestor has given us the environment in a good condition. But because of our need, because of our greediness, what we are doing, we are polluting the environment, and that polluted environment we are going to give to the next generation. But today, if we are going to conserve this, we are protecting the environment, we are going to give a quality life to the future generation, quality environment to the future generation. Okay, so this is a need of the environmental conservation. These are the points we will get from the environmental conservation, and for that we have to conserve the environment. Now, environmental conservation. Now, how to conserve the environment? What should we do as a human being? What we have to do to conserve the environment? Like there are various laws. General public is not aware about the rules and environmental conservation. This should be a okay. We are There are many laws are created, rules are formed to conserve the environment, but general public is not aware. We are not aware about that. So what we have to do, we have to make use of media, newspapers, banners, whatever media we can use, TVs, radios. From there, we have to aware the people regarding the rules and regulation of environmental conservation. Then participation of people, there should be a large scale of participation of people. For example, I want to give you for a Dharavi, when there was a coronavirus impact on the Dharavi, the large number of people came together and they did a wonderful job, where the Dharavi has 0% or zero number of coronavirus people founded in the Dharavi. So this is what the people gathered together and they did a wonderful job to reduce the negative impact of the coronavirus. This is an example of Dharavi. This is a live example. Likewise, if you give up, which large number of people are contributing their efforts to reduce the environmental impact, negative impact, it will definitely going to lead to a environmental conservation or good quality life. Public movement, there should be a public movement to reduce this pollution. For example, to give a lightening to the problems of the environment. For example, there is a problem of water, so there are many NGOs like Pani Foundation, Jal Saheli, Apna Talab. What they are doing, they are coming together and they are fighting against these problems, and they are solving the problems related to environment. They're saving the water, and the public which are getting affected because of that, they are resolving all their problems. So these are called the public movements. It should be done, okay, for environmental conservation. Now, inculcation of values. What values, like positive attitude, affection towards environment, scientific attitude, these are the values we have to inculcate in the human beings or at the small children's. Like, for example, you can give, do not pluck flowers and leaves. That will also one kind of a value we should, that will also create a love and affection towards the environment. If you'll inculcate this value in the childhood, in the child, that child will not going to plug the flower and leaves. That will also a one part of environmental conservation. Okay, so you have to give a positive attitude. You have to, you should have a affection, love towards the environment. You should have a scientific attitude, so that it will gonna lead to a environmental conservation. When there is a love and affection towards the environment, we are not going to pollute, or we are not going to harm the environment. Awareness through education. Education plays a very important role for in awareness. Okay, so how you will create an awareness through education? For example, you can celebrate Science Day, you can quiz contest, speech, essays, drawing competition, science exhibition, visit to sanctuary, national parks, etc. If you do all these things, it will definitely create awareness in through education. Just now, yesterday's example, you all have participated, you might have participated in the drawing competition. So that is nothing but they are inculcating the value, they are giving awareness about the situation, what is happening in the environment, and what you have to do, what you don't have to do. So this is also one kind of thing that you can, through which you can create an awareness. Okay, future future plans and constituted laws. There, uh, all developed and developing and underdeveloped countries have accepted the responsibility of environmental protection. Their efforts are in that direction, that they have defined the future plans and environmental protection and have constituted the necessary laws. All the countries, they are working hard on it. They all have constructed a future plans, and they have constituted the law for environmental conservation. Okay, so in this way you can conserve an environment. You can get a question in your exam, write a short note on environmental conservation. So you have to, you can give problems related to the pollution, what are the effects, what will you get, what is the need, and you can give these these points by writing awareness, participant, how you will create a awareness for environmental conservation. Okay, now again you may get a question in your exam, that what are the steps you will take in your day-to-day life for environmental conservation and how? Or you can get a question, which projects will you run in relation to environmental conservation and how? Both the questions are same and their answer is also same. Just have a look how you will going to deal with that. Now you can do a planting a tree, a small plant you can plant at your home, and you can take care of it. It is also one kind of a your participation, or you are doing a, you are conserving the environment. Now, save paper, save environment. You can making use of paper and clothes bag instead of plastic bags. No plastic. You should say no to plastic. You should use paper bags or a cloth bags for removing of the plastic or to reduce the impact of the plastic, to reduce the plastic from environment. Okay, then reuse of used papers. You can make use of papers which are already used. Okay, and you will not gonna use the new paper for each and every activity. Use of the paper, that will also very example. This is also one activity you can do, using both sides of the paper to write or for print. Sometime what happens for printing, what you are doing, you are taking a single paper to print. So it will, it will lead to a more amount of paper be used to for printing. Okay, instead of that, you can use the both side of the paper to print. You can use the both side of the paper to write. Okay, go paperless. For example, e-bill, e-book, e-pass. Now you can see today we are doing the whole world is digitalized. Okay, we are just doing on online, we are using mobiles. Now we are paying money through phone pay, Paytm. What are these are the paperless. You are going paperless. When you are going to ATM, ATM is also asking you, do you want a slip of that? So and if you say no, so it will be a good effect, so that you have contributed yourself, so you have not taken the paper. Okay, so you have to go paperless. You can use e-bill, e-book, e-pass, and you can use phone pay, yeah, any kind of a mobile, digitally you can pay your money, and not taking the receipt for paying money, so that you will get a digital receipts. Save water also one activity. How can you save water? Stop wasting leftover water, can be given to any plant. If you are drinking a water and you are throwing remaining water, instead of that, you can pour that water to a small plant. Okay, then tightly closing the water tap valve, whatever, whenever the running water is there, instead of wasting that, you can close that tap valve close tightly. In Holi, you can make use of natural colors, avoid use of water for playing Holi. In this way also you can save water. Avoiding throwing garlands in running water, trash on public places. Whatever the garlands you are having, what you are doing, you are throwing it in the sea, or you are throwing in the running water. It causes the pollution. Instead of that, you should not throw that garlands in the running water or in any public places. Deposit in a dustbin. Okay, don't throw the trash in the public places. Okay, making use of dustbin in public places. We can use a dustbin to throw the trash. Save electricity, switching off lights, fans when not in use. Stop spitting at public places. This is also one activity you can do. Carpooling means instead of going one in a car, you can go 2 or 3 person in a car. So it will also affect, it will also means 3 people are going by 3 car, it will lead to the air pollution. Instead of 3 people are going in a one car, it will reduce the pollution. So if possible, whenever possible, you can do a carpooling. Avoid loud music for any kind of a function. If you are making use of loud music, it will going to create a sound pollution. Instead of that, you can use a mild music. Don't avoid loud music. Okay, these are the some activities, day to day activities you can use. Now we will talk about the environmental conservation, our social responsibility, how it is our responsibility. See, interrelationship between human and environment. The since existence of human, there is an interrelationship between human and environment. I told you human beings are not able to live without environment. Humans stepped on the earth long after formation of the earth. Means after the formation of the earth, after 300 crores of approximately 300 crores of year, the human being came into existence. But he is superior than the other animals. Why? Because he is having a brain of, and he has its characteristics like memory, intelligence, imaginary ability. Because of this characteristic, he has become a superior than other animals, right? And he is using this characteristics for the development of the environment. But nowadays, what happened? He has become dominant by utilizing all natural resources as for satisfactory life, kept on snatching lead to increase in problem. He became dominant over the environment. What happened? He became a greedy and he started snatching all the natural resources from the environment, and it lead to the increased in problems. Crucial role in maintaining the environmental balance. It is our crucial role to maintain the environmental balance, because when we are snatching all the natural resources from the environment for our personal greed, it is leading to the problems, and those problems are affecting our life again. Our life means human being, it is affecting the human being. So now what is happening? We are facing lots of problems, and our survival has come under the danger. For that, it is our crucial role to maintain the environmental balance. It is human beings responsibility to maintain the environmental balance. Why? Because human being has created the problems, and now it is human beings duty to resolve all these problems. Okay, because of this this is our social responsibility to conserve the environment. Okay, I would like to show you one video by which you can get a full idea related to this. See, wait a minute. Now we have studied about the environmental conservation, how it is our social responsibility to conserve the environment, because human beings have created the problems related to environment. It is now our responsibility to conserve the environment. Now we'll go for those a big story of a small man, that is a Jadhav Mulai Payang. He is from Assam. So I'll just narrate a story to you what he has done for the environment. Jadhav Mulai Payang is a highly capable person in Assam. Born in 1963, he is working as a forest worker since the age of 16 years. Once, large number of scales died in the flood of Brahmaputra river flowing by the village. As a preventive measure, Molai planted 20 bamboo plants. In 1979, the local social forestry department began a social afforestation project on 400 hectares of land. Molai was one of the few forest workers who were looking after that project. Molai continued to plant the trees even after completion of the project. As a result of his continuous work of planting and caring for the trees, the barren area witnessed as the forest cover over the 1360 acres. Today, the jungle in Kokila Mukh of Jorhat districts of Assam is the result of hard work. For 30 years, he has been awarded with the prestigious Padma Shri Award by Government of India for his unparalleled work. Now it is well known as Mulai Jungle. Many people came together to destroy the forest, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. So, this is a man who single handedly formed a jungle in a very barren land. Okay, see here in this slide, you can see he born in 1963 and he is from Assam. What happened when there was a flood in the river Brahmaputra? What happened? Large number of scale snakes died. To for preventive measures, what he did, he planted 20 bamboo plantlets. He took a mission to plant a trees. Then in 1979, local social forestry department took a project of forestation. Afforestation means planting of plants. A project on 200 acres of land. They took a 200 acres of land and they did a project over that 200 hectare of area. But this man, Jadhav Mulai, what he did, he continued his work after completing the project. Project completed, but he did not stop. He continued his work. He was planting trees regularly and taking care of these plants. So what happened? As a result, a barren area witnessed the forest over 1360 acres. So he created a jungle. That jungle is now known as Molai Jungle. And because of his work, he did such a wonderful job. Government has awarded him as a Padma Shri, prestigious award. The government gave him a prestigious award, Padma Shri. Many people came together to destroy the forest, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. Always we say a single person cannot do anything, but if we determine to our work, we can change the world. In this way, the Jadhav Mulai Payan has changed the world. He has created a full jungle in Assam. So this is a big story of a small man. Now, environmental conservation and biodiversity. Now we will see what is biodiversity. Okay, most harmful effects of the environment pollution occurs on the living organism. Have you seen these some examples in your areas? Your area might have, you have seen the cow is eating plastic bags, the sparrows are eating chewing gums and they are losing their lives. Water, because of water pollution, many fishes are losing their lives. Okay, our living world has been richly diverse. It consists of varieties of plants and animals. We are not able to see some species animals about which we had listened from our earlier generation. Who is responsible for this? Means our world is reaching, it is very diverse. You can see many kind of species, varieties of animals, varieties of plants, varieties of medicinal plants in our environment. You might have you might have heard from your grandparents that they might be saying, you don't know this kind of animal were there, you don't know this kind of a plant were there, we used to do that, we used to eat that, we used to make use of that plant for this kind of a purpose. Nowadays that plant has perished, and this kind of a words you might have heard. So who is responsible for this? The human beings are responsible for this. Okay, now we'll go for the biodiversity. Bio bio means what? Bio means life, and diversity means varieties. So varieties in life, richness of living organism in nature due to presence of varieties of organism, ecosystem, and genetic variation within a species. This is nothing but the biodiversity. Now there are levels of biodiversity. There are three levels: genetic biodiversity, species diversity, ecosystem diversity. We'll have a look one by one. We will have a look one by one. We will go for, firstly, we'll go for the genetic diversity. What is genetic diversity? Now, occurrence of diversity among the organism of same species is genetic diversity. For example, human being. This picture will give you clear idea. See here, these all are human beings, but you can see they are genetically different. We all are genetically different from each other. So this is a genetic diversity. You can see the hair color, the eye color, the skin color, though they all, their height, their eye structure, their nose structure, they varies. So this is nothing but the genetic diversity. Their genes are different from each other, and each and every human being is different from each other, though they are come under the one species, human species, but they are genetically different. So occurrence of diversity among the organism of same species is genetic diversity. Okay, there is one more example. See here, these are the dog species. You can call them as a dog, but there is a variety of dogs and they are genetically different from each other. So this is one of the example of genetic diversity. See here, I would like to give you one example of flower. This is a hibiscus flower. You can see there are 6 hibiscus plants, but they are genetically different. Their color is different, the petals are different. Okay, and this is because of they are genetically different. So this is also one example of genetic diversity. A same species having a different genetic. See here, this is one more example of rice. You can see there are more than 50,000 varieties of rice. Okay, so this is a rice, but there are different types of rice. So this is a genetic diversity. Here again, I would like to give you one example. Mangoes. These are all mangoes, but different mangoes are there, like Kesar, Alfonso, Neelam. Why they are different? Because they are genetically different. So this is one example of genetic diversity. We'll go for the next, that is a species diversity. Species diversity means innumerable species of organisms occur in the nature. This is called a species diversity. Plant, animals, microbes. See, species, there are innumerable of species of plants. You can see there are different species of plants present in the environment. That is nothing but the species diversity. Okay, now I would like to give you one example of animals. See, this is animals. There are number of animals present. Different species of animals are present. So this is a variety of animals you will find in the nature. So this is a species, animal species diversity. Okay, diversity in animals. This is a microorganism. See, these are the microorganisms, and you can find a different microorganism, their shape, their structure. Okay, this is a example of species diversity. Now the third one is ecosystem diversity. Many ecosystems are present in each region. Ecosystem is formed through the interaction between plants, animals, and their habitat and change in the environment. We have learned about the ecosystem, that interaction between biotic and abiotic factors is known as ecosystem. So there are different ecosystem related to the geographical area. I told you tundra, desert. You cannot find camel in the tundra and polar bear at the desert place, because they are adapting their environment, and they are surviving in that particular region. Okay, each ecosystem has its own characteristics: animals, plants, microbes, and abiotic factors. Ecosystems are also of two types: natural and artificial. Natural ecosystem means it is naturally present, and artificial ecosystem means it is made by man. So see, these are the examples of ecosystems. See, aquatic ecosystem, desert ecosystem, polar region ecosystem means there are variety. You will find different animals adapting their environment, and they are living in that particular geographical area. So you will find different plants, different animals, and their interaction, their temperature, soil. Again, you will find different temperature over there. This is an aquatic ecosystem. This is a desert. You will find different living animals over there, different plants there. So this is a diversity, varieties of ecosystem you will find. So this is a these are the examples of ecosystem diversity. So these are the types of ecosystem: natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. See, natural ecosystems, for example, grassland, forest, desert. Aquatic ecosystems are marine. You can say the ocean is a natural ecosystem. Fresh waters, if you want to give example, lakes are there. These are the example of natural ecosystem. Okay. And artificial ecosystems means these are made by man. So aquarium, crop field, zoo, gardens, greenhouse, fish tanks, these are all the man-made ecosystem where human beings have to take care of this. If human beings are not taking care of this, they will going to destroy in future. So these are the two types of natural and artificial ecosystem. Okay, this is all about the biodiversity and levels of biodiversity. We will go for the next topic, that is the secret grooves. Now what are secret grooves? Secret grooves means the forest conserved in the name of God and considered to be the secret is called a secret groove, where the local people, they are conserving a particular area in the name of God, a forest area they are conserving, and they are not doing any kind of a bad practices over there. No hunting, no poaching, no deforestation, nothing. They are just taking care of that particular area in the name of God. That is known as secret grooves. These are in fact sanctuaries conserved by the society and not by government forest department. I told you just now, I told you the local people or society conserve the particular area in the name of God, and they are taking care of that particular area. As it is been conserved in name of God, it has special protection. Means they are not, I just told you they are giving some special protection to there. They are not allowing hunting, poaching, deforestation, or any kind of bad practices over that particular area. This cluster of thick forests are present not only in western ghats of India but in the entire country. You will find these secret grooves all over the India. Okay, more than 3,000 secret grooves have been reported in India. You may get a question, how many secret grooves are reported in India? So you have to write down more than 13, more than 13,000 secret grooves are there in India. So these are for some of the examples I have given you. For example, Devgad, Karnataka, Devrai, Maharashtra, Umangalai, Manipur. So these are the uh, secret grooves in different states. And you have to make a list of Maharashtra. You have to make a list of secret grooves present in the Maharashtra. In next slide, you will see the list. So this is about the secret grooves. Secret grooves is nothing but the reserved or conserved forest area in the name of God. Now see, we will discuss some questions. You may get a question that like find the odd one out. Conservation, regulation, pollution, prohibition. So here, what will come? Anybody wants to answer here? Anjali?
Ma'am, regulation.
Uh, regulation?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else want to try?
Ma'am, pollution.
Yes, it is a pollution, because all other are ways of environmental protection. Conservation, regulation, and prohibition, what they are doing, we are controlling or we are conserving
Pollution.
the environment. Okay, so pollution is a odd one out. Define, you may get a question, define genetic diversity. So anybody wants to give answer here, genetic diversity?
Ma'am, can I?
Who's that? Yes, you can.
Occurrence of diversity among the organism of same species is genetic diversity. For example, human being.
Yes. See here, example here I'm giving you. Occurrence of diversity among the organism of same species is genetic diversity. For example, human beings. Very good. Next, you may get a question like species diversity. Anybody else is here? Want to give a species diversity?
Yes, miss.
Who's that? Falguni?
Mahima.
Mahima. Okay. Mahima, go for this.
Innumerable species of organism occurs in the nature is known as specific diversity.
Species diversity. Very good, Mahima. So here, innumerable species of organism occurs in the nature. This is called as species diversity. Can you give an example of species diversity?
Means like plants, animals, microbes.
Yes. Plants, animals, microbes. Now, this is a secret glue. You may get a question. Write a definition of secret glues. So, the forest conserved in the name of God and considered to be secret, called as secret glue. Okay. Then, can you name this man? Answer
Yes.
the you may get.
Yes,
Who is
ma'am.
this man in the given picture? Okay, here Ruchika. Ruchika, can you give answer here? Ruchika, can you hear me? Just raise your hand if you know the answer. Adarsh Gupta, Kajupada. Very easy question. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Falguni,
Jadav Molai.
Jada Mulai. Full name?
Payang.
Yes, Jada Mulai Payang. He is a man. The man in the picture is Jada Mulai Payang. You may get a question like this in your exams. Okay. Now next, Jada Mulai Payang belongs to which state?
Assam.
So he belongs to Assam. Very good. We'll go a little bit faster. Name some day-to-day activity through which we can conserve environment. In day-to-day activity, what are the day-to-day activities through which you can conserve environment? For example, any activity, any one activity.
We can plant
Why
trees.
wait a minute, Anjali. I'll give you a chance. Here, Shubhanshu Yadav. Shubhanshu Yadav. Okay, Anjali, you can give an answer. Okay.
Ma'am, we can daily plant a tree.
A small plant in a pot. Okay. Next, what can be done?
Saving the water.
Yes, save the water. Do not throw the water. You can pour that water to the small plant. Okay. Any kind of a plant. So, less use of paper, closing
Say
running
no
tap
to
tightly.
plastic.
Yes. No, say no to plastic. Yes. Switching off fans and lights when not in use. So, you can give day-to-day activities, whichever you know. Okay. Then next you may get a question like name some educational activities through which you can inculcate the value of environmental conservation. So you can write down drawing competition, science day celebration, tree plantation, visit to national park and sanctuary. Okay. Then what do you learn from the story of Jada Molai Payang? What do you learn from his story? See,
Miss, can
you learn the huh?
I?
Yeah. Who's that?
Miss Mahima.
Yeah. Mahima, go for it.
Miss, many people come together to destroy the forest, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest.
Yes, so you can say determination. Okay, you should be determined with to your work. So, yeah, very good, Mahima. So, responsibility is also there. Okay, you learn responsibility. It is our social responsibility to conserve the environment. Then determination. Even an individual efforts can bring a change in the world, but one need to have that kind of a determination. Okay, then inculcation of the value. You should have love, affection towards the nature. Very good. Now, how do butterflies contribute to environmental balance? You may get the question. Here you can write down these 4 points. Like butterflies are major part of the ecosystem. They add aesthetic value to the ecosystem due to their elegant and beauty. Okay. Assist in cross pollination. What happens? Butterflies fly from one flower to another flower. Because of this, they help in the cross pollination. We get the varieties of flowers. Okay, being very sensitive to the environment around them, scientists can come to know about the environmental condition. Butterflies are very sensitive to the environment. According to their activities, scientists come to know whatever the condition in the environment. Okay. Now I told you the list of secret grooves in Maharashtra. So here are the some I have mentioned. See, in district Ahmednagar, you will find Rokdeshwar, Maladevi, Kalsubai, then Kaloba. So these are the secret grooves location here where the secret groove is present, and that is the name of the secret grooves. Okay. Here in Bhandara, you will find Devri in the name of Shiva. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this. Here I give you example of Nashik. Okay, the district Pune, you will find this location, and these are the names of secret group. Here the district Sangli, you will find these names, location where you will find these secret groups. Okay, and now these are the questions for you. Write the short notes on environmental conservation, biodiversity, and secret group. You may get this kind of a question in your exam. Write the short notes on environmental conservation, short notes on biodiversity, short note on secret groups. So here, if you're talking about the biodiversity, you have to write down the biodiversity. What is biodiversity and what are the levels? There are 3 levels: genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. Okay, you have to give examples of this. Secret grooves, you have to write down the definition of secret grooves, and you have to give some examples, and how the local people are conserving and how they are getting benefited. Okay, students, thank you for listening me patiently and giving such a wonderful response to my questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice lesson.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, students.